Can you present yourself and explain what is your role during the conference?
So, my name is Merit Poland.
My name is Camille Victor.
Mariam Serro, on est les présidentes du comité sur l'énergie.
Oh, so as a chair, there's so many things we have to do, but basically we have to lead the debate and make sure everything goes right and that the delegates get a chance to speak and talk about their ideas.
What were the logistics and preparations of your job?
So we were nominated as chairs last June, and during the summer we had to write an exhaustive report on the 2 issues of our committee. And ever since school started again in September, we've been preparing every Wednesday, Marit and I in our school, and Mariam in Senegal, for just the role as chair to be ready, and yeah, we are.
What do you enjoy the most about being chair?
Alors tout d'abord, j'étais super contente d'être choisie par les organisateurs comme chair. Dans le comité sur l'énergie, les débats ne sont pas si faciles parce que c'est un peu difficile de trouver un consensus avec tous les délégués. Mais avec le travail et la détermination des délégués, des interprètes et de mes co-chairs, on a pu avoir une excellente conférence.
What is the most stressful moment?
There's so many, like I can think of so many in my head, but I think it's just doing everything at the same time. Like we kind of managed to split the roles, so Camille was talking and like giving the floor to delegates, and then I was handling the amendments and Mariam was handling the interpretation. There's so many things you have to think about, and so many delegates that need to be they have to understand what's going on, so it's very stressful.
And honestly, just all the things that can go wrong, that do go wrong, that we were told about and that we didn't think that would actually happen. But thankfully we managed to overcome them. A printer that doesn't work, or the screens that don't want to turn on. So thankfully we had a team with the DSGs, the SG, and there's the teachers who were there to help us. And of course, we're a great team, so yeah, we managed to handle it and it all went well.
Cette conférence est la plus belle expérience de toute ma vie.
Oh.
Thank you.
Présentez-vous et ce que vous faites pendant la conférence.
My name is Matthias Bingham and I'm Deputy Secretary General in charge of chairs.
Moi je suis Victor Littrot et je suis secrétaire générale adjointe en charge des délégués.
My name is Sebastian Behagel and I'm Secretary General.
Que faites-vous pendant FerMUN 2019?
So our main job is to go around in the different committees and make sure that everything is going well. So we talk with the chairs, with the translators, interpreters and admins to make sure that the functioning of the debate is going very well.
Quelles sont les étapes de la préparation de la conférence?
Alors en fait, il y a une première étape qui est celle de choisir les problématiques. Donc c'est surtout s'occuper du fond en fait de la conférence, et c'est un très gros travail parce qu'on veut que la conférence soit intéressante et enrichissante pour les délégués. Et en fait après le deuxième pôle, c'est plutôt la forme, donc c'est choisir les chairs, les former et puis toute la partie logistique.
Comment se passe la conférence pour le moment?
Well, I would say that it's going great. I mean, there's always those technical problems, but that's why the organization team is here to make sure that this does not affect the delegates' debates. But passing through every committee, we've seen that the resolutions are infinitely interesting, and so I would say that it's going great, and I hope that the next 3 days will be as well as this start.
Hello. Please present yourself and explain your job in the conference.
So I'm Ruben, and together we are the interpreters from French to English for the AI and Ethics Committee.
And I'm Nouhaila Edlimi from the same committee, and as you said, we're interpreters.
Donc ça veut dire que quand les gens durant la conférence ils parlent en français, nous on interprète simultanément et on redit tout ce qu'ils disent mais en anglais.
C'est juste qu'on ajoute notre propre interprétation de ce qu'ils disent avec notre propre traduction personnelle.
What were the logistics and preparations of your job?
Personally, well, the head of interpretation, Stella, she really helped us. She gave us videos leading up to the conference so that we had training material to work with.
We had actually a lot of material to work with. We had 2 weeks of training with 14 videos, and each day we had to interpret one video, and it was a really good training.
What language do you prefer interpreting?
Pour moi, c'est beaucoup plus facile de faire du français en anglais puisque je suis un peu plus fort en anglais.
Pour moi, je préfère interpréter du français à l'anglais, même si ma langue mère, c'est le français, puisque quand en fait je connais trop bien la langue, j'arrive pas à traduire aussi vite qu'en réfléchissant à d'autres termes, à comment faire des tournures de phrases, etc.
What do you like about being an interpreter?
I feel like when you're a delegate, you can have moments of where you're not particularly interested in what's going on, but just because of who your country is, the country you're representing will have no involvement in the issue. Whereas when you're an interpreter, you can always, somebody could be speaking in French at any moment for us, so we always have to be there and ready to do our job.
And actually it was like a sort of challenge for me because it's my first time doing interpretation. And also at first I was a little scared, but the more actually you interpret, the funnier it becomes. So yeah. And also another thing about it is that you feel like a sense of accomplishment when you can interpret like a really quick speech of a delegate that doesn't take into account the interpreters.
What is the most frustrating moment?
Well, for us it's really not the technical side, because since we're in this great building with Les Bons Locales, it means that there's never a technical problem. The problems always are on the other side with the delegates. If they will say something that seems confused, whether it be grammatically or just has little relevance to the situation, and you have to ask yourself as an interpreter, do we really say what they said even if grammatically it was wrong? Or do you try and change it into a better word even though that's not technically your job?
Et comme il l'a dit, en fait, le matériel est vraiment excellent, la qualité, les locaux, tout est bien. Même quand par exemple, si on a du mal, il suffit que ton camarade appuie sur le bouton pour que directement ça passe, il n'y a aucun problème sur ce sujet-là. Par contre, les délégués, des fois, ils sont trop confus dans ce qu'ils disent. Et ça se voit qu'ils savent pas trop où est-ce qu'ils veulent en venir, et du coup nous on se retrouve à interpréter des choses qui n'ont pas vraiment de sens des fois.
And just on that note, since we are interpreters and we rely so heavily on this material, we would, I think, just like to thank WIPO for hosting us, and it's really great on their part.
And it was a really great experience, and really I'm really thankful for WIPO. Thank you.
Thank you for your time, interpreters. Thanks once again, WIPO, for hosting us.